Hi, I'm Kimberly, and welcome to As I've Seen It. Like many of you, I knew that Pope Francis could be kind and compassionate. I did not know until I saw this headline that Pope Francis could be gangster. Yes, he did. He banished, well, not banished. He sent an American cardinal from the Vatican to Guam. Now, the cardinal that Pope Francis sent off to Guam, Cardinal Raymond Burke, or as me and the rest of my New York Catholic friends call him, Burke the Jerk. He earned that nickname for three reasons. One, he would tell priests that they shouldn't give communion to liberal Catholics, meaning John Kerry, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, people like that. You know, those kinds of arch criminals. That was reason one. Reason two, he blamed the priest abuse scandal on gay men. Reason three, he said that these gay priests had become feminized and were confused about their sexual orientation. So I will continue to refer to him by his nickname or just by the name Burke. So technically, the Vatican says that Burke was sent to Guam to adjudicate a case where an archbishop there has been accused of sexual abuse. But this really looks like a gangster move by Pope Francis. See, here's the backstory. One of the things Pope Francis did in 2014 was demote Burke the Jerk. Burke the Jerk was sitting at the top of some Vatican tribunal. He got demoted. Why? Because he's one of those who thinks that Pope Francis is too liberal. Yeah, let me say that again. A pope who's too liberal. So Burke and plenty of other Catholics around the world and some non-Catholics think that Pope Francis is too liberal. Remember, maybe a year and a half ago, Sarah Palin tried to jump bad and say, oh, Pope Francis, I don't know about him. Well, she quickly found out that there are 1.2 billion Catholics in the world, and they weren't having it. They especially weren't having it from her. So there are entire groups of folks who consider themselves radical traditionalists, red trad Catholics. And Burke is one of the cardinals who sort of encourages that sort of thing. These are people who are very much against what Francis has been saying about the LGBTQ community. They are very much against the idea that divorced, remarried Catholics are able to receive communion or should get any sort of empathy, sympathy, compassion, you name it. So, in addition to Burke the Jerk, who else espouses this? Oh, that would be Steve Bannon. Yeah, that's Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon hopped over to the Vatican for the canonization of JP2. So there he was, and he made friends, and that's when he met Burke the Jerk. And of course, they hit it off, and they are, thick as thieves now. Recently, the big events that have been happening in the past, say, 4 months. So there was this issue with the Knights of Malta, an ancient Catholic order. When I say ancient, I mean all the way back to the Crusades, ancient, where they were ordered to do something by the Vatican, and they resisted, saying, we are the ancient Knights of Malta, and you have no jurisdiction here, and we don't have to listen to you. I don't know what Pope Francis said, but the Grand Master ended up resigning. Guess who the advisor is for the Knights of Malta? That would be Burke the Jerk. As soon as that happened, posters started going up around the Vatican, started going up around Rome, dissing Pope Francis. The police around Rome had to go cover these up. Then they went for fake news. They printed up a fake newspaper that looks like the official Vatican newspaper, where they were basically dissing Francis, talking about, where's your compassion? Well, we've all seen his compassion. Here's his compassion. There's no one questioning his compassion except you people. People around the Vatican, people who are there on the ground reporting, say whoever has done this, with the posters and the newspaper, this is a slick operation. This is no cheap fly-by-night kind of protest. Oh, wait, there's now a Breitbart in Rome. One of the things Steve Bannon set up was a Breitbart affiliate in Rome run by Thomas Williams, who used to be a priest. So let me recap here just a second. The thrice married Bannon and the defrocked priest who got busted having a child out of wedlock could very well be in collusion with Burke the Jerk in this campaign to smear Pope Francis. Not only have these guys forgotten he's the Pope, so he's got an entire hierarchy at his disposal, they have forgotten that he is a very popular Pope. See, Bannon, tell your boss, Donald, that this is what a crowd looks like when you're popular. Whatever they've been trying to do to get rid of Pope Francis, the Pope struck back, sent Burke to Guam. Now, Burke probably won't be there forever, but for the moment, the Pope went gangster. It was a beautiful thing. Thanks for watching.